How can I get a green card as a U.S. visa applicant if I'm in deportation court? I'm going to make an assumption that you have an asylum claim. And a U visa is when you're a victim of a crime. Oftentimes people come to us and they run a convenience store or a liquor shop or they're Uber drivers and they get mugged. This happens quite often. And if they're available to testify and help the police in an investigation, they make a police report, they can get a green card, eventually become a citizen of the United States through something called a U visa where you're a victim of a crime. Now, and you're asking a question, if I'm in deportation, what happens to my U visa? Can I still get a U visa?
Yes, you can. If, assuming you've cooperated with law enforcement or can't because you have information about the crime, and most victims do, even if it was a guy, it was in a mask or whatever. Whatever you've told the cops, that's cooperation. That's number one. Number two is going to be there's some kind of injury. But if it is true you qualify for the U visa, when your application is approved or the petition is approved, then you're 3 years in that status before you can apply for adjustment. Now, then it depends on jurisdiction. Okay? Typically, if you're in removal proceedings, the immigration judge is the only one who can grant adjustment. Can they grant adjustment? Well, it depends on whether you enter lawfully or not. Now, if you did not enter lawfully and you would like to exit and come back quickly, now you're talking about will U.S. ICE, the Office of Chief Counsel, will they agree, which is called prosecutorial discretion, to terminate proceedings and give you voluntary departure, and you can go and come back without a removal order over you.
And there's also circumstances where you do a waiver. Now, for U visa, court aside, one of the primary issues you want to be aware of. If you're a U visa applicant, the police calls you on the phone, they want to ask you anything. Do not hide, but respond. If you don't respond to the police, your U visa is terminated because you're not cooperating. Cooperating does not mean you have to work for the police. It just means that you have to give them the information they're asking for. It doesn't mean you have to, wear a microphone and give them information about other cases. It doesn't make you an informant. You just have to cooperate in the sense that you have to tell them everything you know.